Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the Mentor Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament 2024. I'm Drake Coast. I'm joined by Op in the tracker. We have Eraldoe, hope I'm pronouncing that right, versus MetroidMaster, and the mentors are, let me get the checkup here. We have Baja Blood for Eraldoe and Metroid for MetroidMaster. Can we just do a quick sound check for people in the chat? Let me know if y'all can hear me all right. But the timer has started, so we'll get started pretty soon here, if y'all can, in fact, hear me. Perfect. Thank you. I'm a little bit more set up this time. So I will have a notepad, but I'm just like last time. I will be also commentate because I'm procrastinating on doing something I should be doing. It's not that important, but you know. All right, so here we go. I don't believe there are any RAs. This is just pretty standard. We start with Charge Beam. And we're going to first do Space Jump first. I imagine pretty much everybody's doing this trick. Even if you fail it a bunch, it's worth it. So MetroidMaster fails it first time. It's alright. You can retry this trick. But the second time we get it. So let's see what we have over here. A missile. Now is it launcher? It is launcher, okay. That's good info to know. It's important to know where launcher is, logically. The first two items we're looking for right at the beginning of the game are always going to be Morph Ball or Launcher, and then maybe Space Jump. That unlocks some things in early Chozo. But still, the big roadblocks are Launcher and Morph Ball. So it's good to know that Launcher isn't logic right away. Because otherwise, it could mean some weird stuff. I could tell you immediately that Hive Totem Loop is an option. But all that's hypothetical. We have Launcher now. We're going to go straight to Artifact Temple, get our hints, and see who gen this seed. Or rather, how bad the seed is. Now, runs that I've commentated have either had goofy seeds or jet seeds. Nothing in between so far. It's only been a sample size of 4, but every single match has been a banger. I'm kind of hoping for a jet seed because this is a little late for me. Ooh, plasma. I don't think that does anything right now. Okay, plasma processing. Fungal axis. Ice Runes East. They scan that twice? Okay. Overrun Crater. Elite Quarters. Plasma Processing, Elite, Fungal Axis, Ice Runes East, Overrun Cavern, and Elite Quarters. Let me know if I made a mistake, but I think those are good. So Plasma doesn't do anything for us right now. But it'll be something to keep in mind once we get, well, it's quite a few items down the chain before we have to start worrying about things with Plasma. And I believe we're syncing up right now because I believe one runner didn't have the minus 15 seconds and the other one did. So. Yeah, that's a little stinky. But I don't, I don't know. I think OP being required is not like... OP isn't an Echoes boss, And considering we have to find, Phazon Suit, I don't mind OP being required as much as in Echoes. Like an Echoes boss. Because at least on your way to OP, you have a bunch of checks that could yield you phase on suit. So, I'm not too bothered by it. It doesn't necessarily mean that the seed is going to be slow. Alright, so we have an immediate route divergence. One player going for Root Cave, and there seems to be some disagreement about this. Controversy about whether or not you should do this. It seems like it pays off in this case. But I have seen cases where it wouldn't pay off. So Hive Totem Loop. Instead of going for Shrine, there are more checks. This makes sense. And Baja seems to be of the mind that should check Root Cave. I think I'm pretty certain about him liking that. There are pros and cons. So, in the wall we have super missiles. Okay. So this unlocks the tree. I don't think it unlocks anything else after that. You can correct me if I'm wrong here. But we're not going to do the check. Or are we? Nope. Okay. We're going to go check Hive Totem. This makes sense. There are 2 checks there. Pretty quick. Eraldoe is going to go straight to Hive Totem as well. Grapple on Half Pipe. And I don't see... That's a visor, I believe, on Vault Ledge. Space Jump Boots. Oh boy. Okay, so grapple's open to us. That also opens up that visor. Yes, Kirby fan. Here there. They're not good, but I honestly don't mind. Ice Runes East, we already have Plasma, so we don't have to worry about that. One of the major roadblocks to late game has already been gotten with Plasma. Eraldoe is saving, which makes sense. It's good to save in Randomizer. Yeah, Arbor Chamber is an option without the out of bounds. But it's not in logic until we have X-Ray. We'll be coming up on Grapple pretty soon, so it's almost in logic. I think that's Thermal Visor on the ledge, so... Uh-oh. These dudes can mess you up. Good that we're being careful. Yeah, that still looks like... I mean, I've brought my monitor closer, and this is still hard to actually see. But either way, we're gonna get it. X-ray. Okay, never mind. Well, these artifacts are looking perfectly acceptable, considering that the 2 major problems. What's that on Grapple Edge? I didn't see it. The 2 major issues, X-ray and Plasma, are already covered. So I have no idea how to route this now. We still don't have Morph Ball, so it just kind of looks like it's going to be Arbor Chamber. Yeah, it's a missile on Grapple Edge. So Arbor Chamber seems like it's just the only thing we can do, I think. Yeah, Morph Ball cuts off pretty much everything else. Yeah, it's Arbor Chamber. Interesting. Pretty linear. We just got a bunch of items. And a bunch of items that are rather uncomfortable. To like Plasma, X-Ray, Supers. Those are annoying to hunt for later. So this makes like the artifacts that we have, even the bad ones, not too bad. The only ones that we're not happy about is the fact that we need boost. Okay, so yeah, MetroidMaster is going up to Arbor Chamber, which makes complete sense. We need to be careful with our health here. Let's see what this has. I'm pretty sure this has to be Morph Ball. Either that or... Well, actually, no. We have access to Shrine. We have not considered that. There's a missile. Okay, if this is nothing, then it has to be shrine. Because we do have missile launchers, so shrine is an option. Wave beam. Oh, Tower of Light next. Oh my goodness. So either shrine has to have morph ball or Tower of Light, which is, wow, interesting. I mean, this is looking pretty jet so far, but we'll see with yeah, so MetroidMaster skipping this now as it gets rewarded for it. Still, I mean, it's nothing, so it's not a big deal. Meanwhile, Eraldo is struggling with this jump. We can come back to this later, I think. But you know what? Why not? Grab it now. It is X-ray, and X-ray is required. I don't think it's possible for Morph to be on Thardus. Or maybe... No, wait, it can be. No, it can't be. You need Morph Ball to get the Thardus. Bombs can be on Thardus, I think. Yeah, there's Morph Tunnels, and yeah. Vault has an E-Tank. I'm not sure if MetroidMaster checked that. That might be... I think they turned around and got grabbed right away. I don't think it's... Yeah, I guess you could get Morph in Magmor. That is an option, yeah. But they don't have Varia, so it's not in logic. So we could go to Tower... Like, it could get really stinky if we go to Tower of Light and it goes... Haha, here's a Varia. Off to Magmor you go. So nothing in the tree. So... It's Bomb's Shrine, or Morph Ball Shrine, that's hilarious. And Eraldo is also going towards this. I'm interested as to why they're not just peeking Shrine. It's only one check. And there's something, I don't know what that is. Oh! Gravity suit, oh. Oh. I don't think that gets us anything until we get Morph, but even once we get Morph, we need Thermal to go to, through a Frigate Crash Site. I just don't know what it means after that. It's so weird. I don't know. I'm just not sure I like this, Oh, there it is, Varisuit. The most linear seed we can get. So the only thing that I disagree with here is not checking, Shrine. They could have just checked Shrine to see that, oh, it's gravity. And then like, oh, no. Because if it was Morph Ball, then like... I don't know. You would still go back to Arbor Chamber eventually. You'd still want to, it just points to it hard. I guess if you're really strict with logic, I don't know, like... Yeah. Maybe that's, I actually gotta ask them about that, like, why not just peek Shrine at least? Because it was perfectly possible, it was in logic the whole time. Workstation, elevator, and logic. That is true. I think it does. I don't know if there's an E-Tank requirement. So, now we just go back to Magmor. So this is ping-ponging us. This is kind of the ugly routing at the beginning. You can do a quick check here. I think this is a hard slope jump. I think you can just use the branch instead. Everyone I see uses the branch instead, but we're gamers. What was that? Main power bombs. Oh boy. Just... Goodness. Okay. Oh boy. Those scarabs are scary. I think they're scarabs, right? They're called scarabs. Where are we going? I don't think we can do anything here. Oh, checking vault. No. Oh, yeah, we just forgot. Okay. Little brain fart. That's okay. Eraldoe's, is just a little behind. I think just due to that, mostly due to that Rue Cave detour right at the beginning. Well, we don't know. Once we get to Magmor and get Morph Ball, there's options. We could stay Magmor. I think we should stay Magmor. But if it's like, I mean, it has to be Morph Ball, right? We can't. Like, what else could it be? We're going back to the ship. Just the save? I guess, but, we already got Arbor Chamber. It was Wave Beam. Yeah. Yeah, it was Wave Beam. It's what gave us access to Tower of Light, which gave us Varia. Yeah. This is a weird seed. It gave us Missile Launcher, Hive Totem, Space Jump, Grapple, X-Ray, Supers. The Supers led to nothing. The Space Jump, Grapple, and X-Ray led us to Arbor Chamber. Oh, and the Plasma in Artifact Temple. Plasma and Artifact Temple. We went to Arbor Chamber, grab Wave Beam, go to Tower of Light, get our Varia, and we're gonna go to Magmor now to find what I can only assume has to be. Okay, well, I mean, it has to be Morph Ball. Like, we go to Workstation and it can't be anything. But after we find, like, if we go to Workstation, we can't pick up that item, so we have to go this way. And luckily we have gravity, so this isn't... Okay, this is very dangerous. Never mind, we only have one E-Tank. Ah, the E-Tanks, okay. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. I agree with that. Fair enough. And there's your Morph Ball. Now, after this is where it gets goofy. Because... there's those main PBs back in Upper Shrine. Which could mean point of no return Upper Fiery Shores. It could mean go to Workstation. I mean, after Morph Ball, they're just... the map opens up dramatically. The only way this could get any worse, like in terms of just being really hard to route, would be if Ice Beam just showed up randomly. PBs are available. They're in Upper Shrine. They're in Logic now. Yeah. So, if we find Ice Beam right now, literally the entire map opens up instantly. And now I guess, like, you start routing for artifacts. Which is crazy. That would be jet as heck. So Warrior Shrine right away. We're going to be electing to stay in Magmor. I think that just makes the most sense. We can check Lava Lake later. Just a missile. I'm going to pick that up. No reason not to. We're a little low. We'd like an E-Tank as well. I think the person who gens the seed usually is the one who sets up the race. And I think this was probably Baja's work. I don't know how bad, like, what Baja's reputation is on seed generation. Right now we only have 2 more checks. Baja goes back and forth? Okay. Okay, so what do we have here? Another missile. Worth it to get it. It is not, Renko. We do not have explosives. If we find bombs here, then sure. Actually, do we even route for artifacts? Like, actually, how do we route this? Because we don't have bombs. And that's just like, okay, where do we go now? Because if we just like, if we find ice here, that would be incredible. That would open up mines, which would be wild. I kind of want to see ice, because that would be like lunatic town. That'd be like, I don't even know what we're doing here. Is anyone made from... missile, yeah, grab, why not? We're fighting OP. Hello, Toaster. Hope you're well. Eraldoe has just found our their morph ball. So they're on the same path, just a little bit further behind. Now, there are options here. I think that the best one is to go back and grab those main power bombs in Chozo, which is just kind of goofy. But if we want to be ridiculous, we can go to Cumon. We can go to Cumon, which I think is a little aggressive. I think if you're going to Cumon, that's very, very aggressive routing. And I think Cumon is available. We have grapple, we have wave, we can go to workstation, we have gravity. Yeah, we have space jump. I think Cumon would be lunatic. Would be lunatic town to do that. So I think we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go pick up those main PBs and do Chozo stuff. I think that's the most sensible play. And if that turns out to be the correct play, and Cumon and those main PBs are just bait, then that would be hilarious. But Cumon being in logic, oh boy. That is, like, this early. Oof. And for Cumon to have something again. Oof. Oh my goodness. But those main PBs do give us upper fire shores. They give us lower shrine in Chozo. We also have Frigate Crash Site as an option. And we have deeper into Chozo to look around. We can check what's in Fountain, we can check what's Gathering Hall, Watery Hall. We can even get the item in Watery Hall pretty easily with no smoke jumps shenanigans. And Point of No Return Zoid. So we have a lot of options with those main PBs. Most of them in Chozo, so I think just go to Chozo makes perfect sense. Staying in Magmore also makes perfect sense. If you wanted to be Giga Brain, maybe you could just say, okay, those main PBs tell me something, let's just go back and not do these extra Magmore checks. We could do them on our after we pick up bombs and go through Lava Lake. I think that's maybe more optimal, but that's a nitpick in my opinion. If anybody wants to disagree with me on that. This is a little bit it's a little aggressive. Not too aggressive, but yeah. So, off to the main PBs we go with MetroidMaster, and Eraldoe is just following the same track, but just a little slower, further behind. Most of this, again, is, I think, due to the root cave check, and probably a little bit some mistakes on movement. Once again, going for the slope jump. But there are main PBs, so let's see what's lower shrine. Yeah, Magma Pool is also an option. I forgot about that one as well, as was the case with the run. Finally, we have an E-Tank. You may type the letter in the chat. I will not judge you. So I think we just go further into Chozo. I forgot about Magma Pool. I think Magma Pool is probably our first choice. That makes sense. Now, if we find Thermal, mother of God. We have... If it's thermal there, and that's the only thing we get, that opens up frigate crash, or frigate, just frigate. And then it's like, oh boy, like, if you're one of the mentees, and you're in the bracket stage, and you get a seed like this, and then thermal pops up, I don't even know how you, like, that's like, whoa. Ice Beam too? Oh gee, oh mother of God. Ice Beam shows up? Oh my goodness. That'd be wild. Oh, sorry, excuse me. That's what you meant. My bad. I keep forgetting that frigate is Ice Beam locked. That's something I always forget. Alright, nothing here. So far, giving us nothing. But if Ice Beam does show up... Alright, Training Chamber Loop, nothing. But if Ice Beam shows up, that's even still, like, even without bombs, that's like, oh boy. Now we're talking mines. And it's like, do I start doing point of no returns, or do I go to mines with one E-tank? Eraldoe is continuing on. Again, identical routing. I don't think seems pretty linear. Yeah, but if ice shows up and we don't have bombs, and then it's like, okay, that opens up mines. Because we need bombs to go to Farchozo. Unless we want to do it backwards. And frigate crash site climb. I mean, I don't know which one you choose. Ice opens up so many things all of a sudden. Then we get spider. I don't even know. That is not the first time I've seen bombs in gravity chamber this week. That happened again. But we're all, yeah, all of this is hypothetical about what to do if we find ice, or if we find bombs, or if we find whatever. Right now the play just seems pretty simple. Just do a bunch of stuff in Chozo, and then after that we start having to make hard decisions. Like if we find nothing here, then we have to start talking about point of no return Zoid, point of no return Upper Fire Shores, and bombs. Never mind. Okay. I guess we do more Chozo. Lava Lake. Although that's an isolation. Our favorite tunnel, Gallery Tunnel. I don't think they were power bombs locked. Actually. Ice Spreader? We'll take that. Oh no, they were. Excuse me. Yes, they were. Yes. So far, everything that's been happening. Eraldoe is doing a route deviation here. Going to check for your crash site. Perfectly fine. Yeah, excuse me. I just completely forgot. It's those little details. Yeah, there's out of bounds. Yeah. Alright, so what's here? Just a missile. Unfortunate. We're going to save. I guess we have one E-tank. Out of bounds is cool, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Doing tricks is cool. That's why we play Randomizer. We do tricks. Oh, I was worried there for a second. I'm like, Flagra, that'd be crazy. Okay. A bunch of options here. I don't know which one's the best. Zoid seems like it unlocks a lot of checks. Or just going to check furnace seems alright. There's plenty of options. Farchozo It seems like they're electing to go... I'm guessing maybe Gallery Tunnel Vault. Seems like Vault. Check Lava Lake. A little aggressive, in my opinion, but acceptable. Oh, maybe they just forgot Vault and they don't want to... Yeah, I'm worried about Gallery Tunnel. Oh, E-Tank. Okay, fair enough. We'll get this E-Tank. Nursery is the one before Gallery. It's the one with the save station beside it, I believe. So Eraldoe, I think so far has just been making a few poor routing choices, minor ones like playing a little conservatively, checking for good crash height, checking Root Cave, Transport Tunnel. E. MetroidMaster electing to go Gallery Tunnel by the looks of it. Thank the heavens. Thank the heavens. Gallery Tunnel has been a problem. For many a moon, many a runner. It was a particular problem for a one Baja Blood, who is mentoring Eraldoe in this here race. For those of you who remember that unfortunate match. Eraldoe taking the same route, which is respectable. And it's going to be the correct one. And we're going to check... Oh, just checking to see what the fountain item was. Yeah, the Gallery Tunnel Peak has become particularly important. But let's see what this is. If it's something, I'm going to laugh. Alright. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. E is worth it. Now, do we go back to Magmore? I think that's fair. I think this route's okay. It's just not going to yield anything unless Lava Lake has something. Again, right now we're looking for Boost Ball. Boost Ball is the item we'd like. And Ice Beam. Actually, mainly Ice Beam, I think. That opens a lot. But we'd like to get Boost Ball. Because Ice Beam locks a lot, so it's probably like... It has to be in a sensible place. Whereas Boost Ball might just be something goofy. Okay, so off to Lava Lake. If this is nothing, I'm guessing save warp to Frigate Crash Site. Get that check out of the way, and then after that, we have options for MetroidMaster. In the meantime, Eraldoe is just following the footsteps just behind. We could also go straight to Fen from here. That is an option. That's not a bad option. Which is why I didn't like the play to go through Tricop Split. Because well, no, it's okay. It's okay. I felt like the aggressive option makes sense. Thermal visor. Okay. We're going to Fen. We are going to Fen. I believe Thardus was already in Logic, so that's fine. Because we have bombs, and I think bombs puts Thardus into Logic nowadays. Yeah, I think it used to, but now it can also have bombs. Maybe somebody can correct me on that. We've had a question about this a few times. I know that thermal was required before, but I believe they changed it so bombs can now be used. But either way, we go to Fen. Meanwhile, Eraldoe is going to finally come across his bombs. Ah! Is that what it is? Oh, don't worry about it, Jeff. I may or may not have also made that mistake. I was like, what is MM? Oh, MetroidMaster, of course. Oh, and we also route the Upper Fire Shores. Yeah, okay. This is perfectly fine. Going to Fen, we have Plasma. No, this is better than what I was thinking. Why forget Crash Light? In retrospect, I'm a dummy. Do we pick a Flamethrower? No. Yes? Yes. Yes. This is a bad play. I don't care. I do not care. We like full trackers around these parts. Full trackers around these parts, we like them. So Eraldoe seems to have picked up bombs, and yeah, we have our PBs. And what are they going to like to do here? They're going to elect to do Zoid. Okay. I don't object to this. That's fine too. There are plenty of checks and Farchos as well, and a save warp as well. Unless the save warp is... No, that's an unlocked door. Just missile locked. But we're going to do Zoid. Finally, major routing divergence. Excuse me one moment. Okay. I'm back, sorry. And the snow cone is bothering us. I love it when that happens. I think, considering we have Plasma, I kind of like the Fen play more than the Deeper Chozo play. But maybe they feel like they're behind. I don't know why they would think that. There hasn't been a particularly big blunder, just minor conservative routing punishment. I don't think Eraldoe checked back a Burn Dome yet. Meanwhile, MetroidMaster electing to do... Sorry. MetroidMaster electing to do Chapel Side first. I honestly don't know enough about the game to know which one... Which one is more optimal, whether to go... I guess Ice Runes East makes more sense later because it routes directly into... Directly deeper into Fen. Okay, so far Zoid. Nothing been rewarded. Keep in mind, the Lava Lake play worked out. We got Thermal Visor, which is pretty significant. Oh boy, Spider Ball is been acquired. Chozo Ice Temple. This routing is looking to be the correct choice. That's unfortunate. But we'll see, who knows? It might just be Ice Beam. If we get Ice Beam back here, if it's Vanilla Ice, boy howdy. Nah. That's a classic. The restream quality is just so poor, I have no idea what that was. But it didn't seem like they wanted it anyway, so... And I'm getting an ad on Twitch, so I'll never know. We will never know. Or the commentators will never know. Okay, let's see what Furnace has. The Furnace climb is kind of a pain. So if it's something upper furnace, that'd be unfortunate. But it would be in logic as soon as they go to Josiah's temple and realize it's in logic. Alright, so we're doing the spider climbing trick. You look at a certain spot and the game thinks you are grounded and just walks you up the, it's like a tiny, tiny, tiny angle. And you can walk up that angle. Of our first artifact. And let's see what is in, Upper Ice Runes East. Oh, wait. It's 2! Excuse me. I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay, that is my bad. There were 2 Ice Runes East. Yep. Not going deeper into Chozo. I don't know about this play. I feel like going into Far Chozo makes sense. Oh man. I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to ask them about this. I think it was completely in logic. And I missed what was in Upper Furnace. Maybe that's what gave it away. They saw something in Upper Furnace and they were like, oh. Oh, excuse me. If you all heard that, I hit my mic. I apologize. E. We are saving, so is this Flagra? This Fen played out pretty well. They got Thermal, they got Spider. And looks like it's gonna be Plant. Okay. Let me just make sure my notes are correct. Yeah, Baja Blood recommending Plant. Interesting. Now I'm really interested. I'm really curious. This seems like Baja of all people would just be very much so the type of person who's like, screw it, let's go to Fen. There's 2 artifacts there. We have a bunch of checks. So I'm very interested. I'm gonna open up the VOD and see what was in Upper Furnace. Because maybe that told them something. So if something crazy happens, chat, I will probably miss it. Oh! Is that Boost Ball? Oh my goodness. You guys, Upper Furnace, I think was Boost Ball. Let me look at this again. I'm gonna gamer lane this, hold on. Yo, that is a ball-shaped object that is rotating. That is Boost Ball in Upper Furnace. My goodness. Okay, so why do Flagra then? What are they thinking here? Why do Flagra? What about Boost Ball being in Upper Furnace tells you that Flagra is a good player? It might be. But The spider wall being an ice ruins, Jozo Ice Temple. I hope. Oof, I don't know. It seems okay. It doesn't seem too bad. It's slower, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask about that. Because you could go back to, you could save warp, you could do Flagra, you can do what MetroidMaster did, which was to just go through Vault. And what was that? I think a missile? In Research Lab Hydra? Hydra, right? Yeah, I doubt Early Wild would be something that would happen in the Metro tournament. Well, we're just going to we're just gonna follow the same track. But the boost ball knowledge is significant. Okay, but why not? Okay, I'm still confused. Why not go deeper into Far Chozo and then save warp, and then you get 2 extra checks there? Huh. I don't know what the like. I'm really curious what they're thinking here. They're gonna stumble into thermal, so it just turns out into the correct play to go Lava Lake. But they also orphaned Gallery Tunnel. Interesting. So there's our thermal. We can R jump across this gap, or you can scan. I missed what the item was. Oh, we don't know how to R jump. Okay. Oh boy, we don't have boost ball here. Okay, let's see how much time this costs. So Observatory Dash is pretty challenging, but they got it once already, so let's see if they can do it again. I think it's fine to kill the dude. Just take the cutscene. Takes the stress off of, yeah, just kill the dude. Okay. But it seems like they haven't learned how to do this room yet. You can do an R jump here, but they're gonna elect for a dash. Oh boy, they already scanned that, so this is gonna be a little annoying. Oh yeah, okay. Now, you definitely kill the dude now. This is all nerves, by the way. This is what nerves look like. And if you're judging them right now, do not judge them. This will happen to this type of stuff has happened to me before. Panic, just not being like, okay, taking a step back, kill the pirate, and then just carry on. Yeah, they're not when R jumping is kind of a bad name. It's not the holding R that's important. It's hitting R and L at the same time. That's important. Or not quite the same time, but when you're R jumping, you gotta do your normal L jump, and then hit L and R. And then jump. Or R, L, and jump. But they're nailing the observatory dash, so... And I've heard a lot of people struggle with it. I'm comfortable with it. I found it... Like, as soon as I understood the actual mechanics of it, I was okay with it. It's still dashing that's giving me problems learning this. I'm not getting good speed off my dashes. That's my learning curve problem right now. R dash, R jumps seem to be okay. B hopping seems to be okay, but that probably comes down to my speedrunning experience other games, where I kind of understand the idea of B hopping already. So I just need to adjust my brain to this game's version of B hopping. Resetting. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's rough. Meanwhile, Eraldoe is having their own problems with dashes. Yeah, but that's such a shame to do when we have a lot more checks in labs. They're out of logic, but they're now in logic because of what we know where boost ball is. This is turning into an interesting race now. Where, let's see where they go. If they go to Chozo, oh, we hit R too early, and down we go. Limited influence. Yeah. Oh, okay, so they reset here. Just kill the pirates now, please. Oh, maybe just to get the scan point back? Okay, fair enough. Oh, and they fell. Just shoot the pirates, or reset. Oh, we're giving up. Yeah. I feel like it's worth it to just calmly kill all the pirates there, do a good and clean scan, and just carry on. There are a lot of checks that we've just orphaned. But to be fair, they're out of logic, so that's okay. This is understandable, but I guess we can ask them about this. Is Eraldoe? Yes. These are cultured players. These are cultured players. These players are cultured. Ladies and gentlemen, and the non-binary fineries of the chat, these are cultured players for getting the flamethrower. We like these players. These players are cool. Rock. Yeah, someone. I heard that. I heard that from someone. I can't remember who they were. Like a buddy of mine on Discord. I can't remember where. I was like, "That's so good." Mineral Man. Okay, we have plasma. We have power bombs. Let's do Mineral Man. We have 3 power bombs. That's good. Yeah, that's a good one, Mel. That's also a good one. Eraldoe, after the large struggles with the dash to upper fire shores, not upper fire shores, War Shrine, finally gets through. They have one key advantage over their opponent right now, and that is that boost ball knowledge. So for Thardis, I think the optimal way to fight him is maybe the first rock, plasma missile, the rest of the phases. Or no, just plasma missile, plasma. Goodness, it's been a while since I watched that tutorial. But if you really struggle with it, yeah, just go for the bombs. They're just effective. But if you're really good with this, and you're really good with the snipes, well then, you're Justin DM, and good lord, he's good at that fight. It's a good question. I'm not sure. It would be the correct play. It would be the correct play to go straight back to get boost ball. So far, it seems like. But we will see. But is it that we'll see if it's the correct play, whether or not Mineral Man is something. But we're gonna definitely pick up the artifacts. I think it's probably a safe bet to pick up, let's see what Mineral Man has. Just a missile. Okay. And does Cumon strike again? Let us see. Nope. Okay. Okay. I think off to workstation. And then MetroidMaster has some options. Well, I think you know what's in logic now. Crossway. Crossway's in logic because of that boost ball. And the spider. I think, yeah, Crossway's an option. Sun Chamber number 2 is an option. Electric Boogaloo. What else? A lot of isolated checks. And after they find that boost ball, though, they're gonna think, "Oh boy, maybe." And then now this could be the dankest meme of them all. Go back to labs. Go up observatory. And they might just get hard punished for giving up on the observatory climb, which would be really unfortunate. But I think it's how Eraldoe gets back into this game. And resetting out. There's nothing in workstation, I'm guessing. Okay, now if they kept their save in labs. Oh, they didn't. They saved in Magmore though. Huh? I have a very confused face right now. If I had my webcam on, I would look very strange right now, just very confused. I just don't know why they would... Is it faster to reset there? Is walking back from workstation not sufficient? Another question to ask. So many questions to ask. Good lord. No. Eraldoe drops back down, which suggests save, go back to Chozo. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's a little conservative. I would like to see labs from them, but if they're not comfortable with observatory, that's perfectly fine. Oh, refilling PBs. We forgot to refill out the ship. Fair enough. And I'm guessing we're going to climb back up to, and then do our Zoid and etc. But now we have some chamber of logic, so are we gonna go do plant? It seems like that's the plan. We're gonna do plant. Sun Chamber 1, nothing. But Sun Chamber 2, Electric Boogaloo, we have no idea. We have yet to find out, but it is in logic now that we have Spider Ball. Meanwhile, Eraldoe is going to Chozo as well. So that boost ball knowledge did cut out an entire trip to labs, but I'm still suspicious of not doing the observatory stuff. I think that was a mistake. To not just slow it down, get the observatory dash, because coming back for observatory, or coming back for labs might be might not be the best option. We don't know. But we will ask them about that later. It's understandable. Panic. That's fine. By the way, you don't have to activate these bees. the bees right away, you can actually blow up both things, scan 3 of them, and then activate the bees and scam the final one. Makes things much nicer. Eraldoe also doing reverse plant. I don't know about this one. I guess it gives us access to this E-tank, but I don't know. You can also destroy them, yes, that's true. But it's not necessary. You can do 3 of the scans before you even need to. Save some missiles. And it's not hard. It doesn't look hard, at least. Alright, let's see what Plant 2 Electric Boogaloo has. First, we gotta do Plant 1. Are we looking up the lineups? There really isn't a need for the lineups in this day and age after Miguel has saved us from a 5-minute boss. Yeah, looks like it. They're lining up for the PvE. This is already costing them time. This is it's just better to probably use the bombs here. Unless you, I think it only makes sense. Yeah, Eraldo is actually doing this properly. This room, by the way. There you go. And then there's one above. Oh, we already scanned that one. This makes sense if we don't have cutscene skips, but this does not make sense for doing this. Unless you can set this up immediately, I don't think it's worth it with cutscene skips. And with cutscene skips, last one doesn't. I don't think this last one saves time at all. But I guess it's nice to try in a race. Why not? In the meantime, we have ghosts. Unfortunate. I think we shot that a bit too early. And shot that a bit too late. Yeah. MetroidMaster has 4 more E-tanks. Is that 4? Yeah, that's 4 more E-tanks. That is kind of funny. And Eraldo is actually ahead now. But we'll see what the man, that labs play. Absolutely incredible. If Ice Beams becomes ends up being late labs, that'd be rough. But because of that labs play, and the Thar display, they're now behind. It's kind of incredible. Missile expansion. Okay. I'm still not sure about either flogger play from either player. All 3 times that it's happened. The first time from Eraldo, and Metroid, and the second time, and then MetroidMaster as well. I mean, it does route cleanly in, but I don't know. We'll have to ask them about that. But we did lower the gates, so we don't have to do any chicanery here with bomb jumping, which is nice. MetroidMaster is going to have to do the bomb jumping chicanery. So off to boost, and then I don't know. I don't know what you do after. I think we should stay in Fen, but then again, they decided to leave, or they should stay in Chozo. But then again, they decided to leave Chozo the last time. I thought they should have stayed in Chozo, so I don't know. But we're going to do Upper Dynamo. Sensible. This is routing pretty nicely, even though I think the Flogger fight is slow. And I do like doing Flogger, I'm just not sure about doing it in this scenario. I think a lot of people what's the word? Get too worried about plant. But I think in this case, I disagree with it. Nothing in upper dynamo. That's fine. Off to get boost. Meanwhile, MetroidMaster. Orphaning upper dynamo. Okay. Never mind. They just forgot. Now they're going back. Okay. MetroidMaster hasn't done Zoid, so this is actually worse than we think it is. Excuse me. Man, that the Labs play and the Mineral Man play is kind of just brought them back into this game. I don't know if they know that. I don't know if Eraldoe knows that. Yeah, plasma processing is open now. We can get it. But considering plasma processing is en route to a few spots we'd like to go to, mainly mines, I don't think we need to rush it. I don't think we need to hunt for it. We have elite quarters, plasma processing, and overgrown cavern, as well as fungal hall access. So, if we're going straight there, it's probably not necessary, but yeah. And I really, really doubt we will see bar skip here. No need to kill these beetles, I don't think. I think you can just powerbomb the floor and then carry on. We're gonna do the jump instead. Oh yeah, because the really hard part is the bomb jump. Fair enough. And MetroidMaster doing Zoid, and they're gonna find nothing. But let's see how long it takes Eraldoe to do this trick. It is not necessary. We have power bombs. We can get it normally. Excuse me. What do you guys think we do after? I would be stunned if they left Farchozo again. I just don't see a reason to. There are 2 checks here that are not bad, and they're kind of bad to go back for. I still don't know why they didn't go for them originally, just to get the info. But I guess they wanted to route Flogger in. I just don't know why. So they're going to elect to do this. That's good. I am happy with this decision. Missile. And then... Are we comfortable with the R-jump, though? Doesn't matter. We have boost ball. I forgot. Literally, I'm forgetting the intended way to do this room. We do not have Ice Beam for Crash Frigate. And unless these players are going to be busting out bar skip, which I doubt, it'd be kind of crazy to see bar skip out of these players. And we can do this this room comfy. We don't have to go for the peg. But let's see what MetroidMaster does. Can they catch up with their tech skill? It's pretty much Ice Beam Go mode. I guess maybe the idea was We don't know where. I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why they elected to skip these checks earlier. Yeah, I just don't know routing to find Phazon. Or routing to find Ice Beam. We can't go to mines without Ice Beam. So if it's not here, it has to be Fen. I think it has to be. Unless I'm missing something. Workstation was nothing. We checked workstation. Eraldoe hasn't, though, so we don't know that. We know plasma processing is an artifact, so we don't have to check that. So if it is not here... So yeah, I mean... Yeah. I guess maybe what their rationale was... Wait, what are we doing? Just go to antechamber. Yes, okay, good. Maybe the rationale was after we go get Spider, coming back here routes better with Boost Ball after we get Boost Ball, but I don't know. Maybe they were thinking maybe we'll find Ice Beam and then we can go further into overgrown... Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary fineries. The most pristine of non-binary fineries. Excuse me. That is vanilla Ice Beam. Absolutely magnificent. Okay. Okay, we are in go mode. Off to... No, just off to Magmore. Forget it. Now is not the time to route conservatively. We go get those artifacts. Off to Magmore we go. I don't know if it's faster to save warp. Overgrown cavern, fine. Check it just in case it's Phazon. Fair enough. But this is where I'm now absolutely... Like, I have no idea why they didn't check this earlier. Who is leading? It is Eraldoe now. They were behind most of it due to a few unfortunate conservative routing decisions, but... And then MetroidMaster not getting rewarded with anything in Farfen, or in Fen, excuse me, and Labs. And then doing Thardus, which was, oh, Overgrown Cavern, the artifact, of course. Telling me, this is correct. I've completely forgotten the artifact. Let me paste the list again. Both players have gotten the Ice Runes East one. Why are they doing this check? Oh, it's an artifact. Classic. Sorry about that. But yeah, now it's pretty simple. We go to plasma processing, go to mines. If we get Phazon, great. If not, do land. I think the routing here is pretty simple. I have no commentary to add. The question for me now is if Metro... I mean, it doesn't really matter. If MetroidMaster feels behind, it doesn't really matter. The decision is still... The decision to go to Overgrown Cavern, then to plasma processing into mines is just the correct one. I don't see any reason to do something differently. So, if they feel behind, I don't see a routing option for them to pursue. Maybe they'll do more checks in mines when they get there, but... Or maybe they'll do something crazy, like Frigate. Which would be wild. It would be wild, but you know what? It might actually route okay. Frigate to get to upper mines. To do more checks there. To then, once we finish OP, we go back up to Workstation through PPC. And then get plasma processing as our final artifact rather than our first one, which is what Eraldoe is doing. But that is a lot of extra checks, and their MetroidMaster gets the good news. The blessed news. Your reward for getting flamethrower like a cultured individual is to get an uncultured seed. Yeah, both of them. It's so annoying. Like, though I love this game, but I really don't like the redundant doors. I really dislike the redundant doors. Like if ice, like ice is the, like that ice door is locked by plasma. Why are you putting it there? I don't know. Like all the extra doors of mines. It's so unfortunate. It would make Out of Bounds Prime way cooler, because you could do things like skip ice beam or wave beam in certain scenarios if a lot of those redundant doors are removed. So yeah, MetroidMaster going towards Overgrown Cavern. Life Grove, what about it? Is there a Was there a Life Grove artifact that I just missed? You guys are scaring me, chat. I'm not confident enough to just correct you if you are wrong, chat. You guys could say that the Metroid Prime world is flat, that Talon 4 is flat, and I would believe you guys. Don't scare me like that and be like, oh, you forgot an artifact, Mr. Commentator. Alright, I believe you, chat. It is flat. The round object we see in the intro cutscene, that's I don't know. I don't know how to troll American political commentary. It's so ridiculous. I'm a Canadian. We're not engaging in that yet. We fell. Down we go. Unfortunate, but they're still pretty solidly in the lead. But not for long. They can't muck this up too much longer. I don't even know what that reference is. Don't fall, don't fall. Oh my goodness. Huh? I think we've forgotten our standables here. I think it's Eraldoe is forgetting their standables. No, the other direction. The other direction. There we go. I can imagine Bob being like, no, turn around. Alright, so you want to go for that direction. Now, do they know there are jumps? I don't think this requires an R jump. I think you can L jump to the right here. Yep, they're definitely talking this through. Got it, nice. Okay, then we go there. And then we jump on this thing. I think it requires a slope jump. Nailed it. And we're going to play it safe and morph. Okay. Nailed it. Got it. Good enough. MetroidMaster right behind though. And we get our artifacts. And then we go to the Phazon Mines. Eraldoe still has 3 E-Tanks, and MetroidMaster has 4 more. That is what Labs does for you. Now, chat, we have to take our gambles. We have to take, or rather, let me try again. Let me set up the joke properly this time. We have an important thing to discuss. Get all your gamer points ready to gamble on where Wavebuster is. This is a very important question. I have no more intelligible commentary to add to this. They're both going to do the same route. We must now discuss the possibilities of where Wavebuster is. I guess we could talk about where Phazon Suit is. I guess, but whatever. I don't. They might either they run into it or they don't. I don't see them. I don't think either of them are going to route aggressively here. TMT, that's a good choice. Does Eraldoe really have 2 more artifacts than MetroidMaster? They have 3, definitely. I think they have 3. Or they're about to pick up 1. Which one are they missing? Oh, no. Okay. That was just a little bit of a mistake. That's okay. Wait, just 3? Ice Runes East, Plasma Processing, Overgrown Cavern. They should have 4 now. Unless they miss something. Because the only 2 ones missing are Fungal Hall Access and Elite Quarters. Yes, that should be correct, yes. We'll get that sorted out for you guys. They should have 4, yeah. Does Eraldoe check Boombox? I think it's a reasonable choice. It's a small check. We're gonna fight the big feller first, which I'm okay with. Oh, we forgot to do the strat. That's fine, nerves. MetroidMaster, in the meantime, grab an extra power bomb. Did they reload via the elevator, though? That would be unfortunate. If you're ever in a situation where you need to do this, you should reload from workstation rather than the elevator, which they didn't. I think they just walked past it and forgot to get it. We're checking Boombox. Good. Now I think we just go back to Lower Mines. Vent Shaft. Lower Mines Loop. PPC. Or, excuse me, just do the check on PCA. And then go back to the save station and do Ridley. I don't think I have much to add to this. But there are a lot of places where... There are a lot of checks where Phazon could be. If we follow through with this route completely... We do... Actually, interesting question for you, chat. If you fall down here in PPC, do you check PCA? If you've already fallen down... Because you check it and you see, ah yes, if it's nothing, then I don't have to take the long elevator. And I can just... kill OP and then leave. I don't know how the timing works out. Because if it is something, then you lose time. But if it's nothing, then you save time. It's a gamble. Playing it safe here, which seems to make sense because MetroidMaster lost like 2 or 3 E-tanks falling down PPC. Which for those of you who are new to Metro Prime or just don't know all the room names, PPC is Phazon Processing Center. That's that big room that MetroidMaster was just in. We like to shorten things around here. Eraldoe kind of panicking with the fights. MetroidMaster does get the proper strat though. I just mean if you fall down, Renko. If you fall down, you might as well just go check there. It's Elite Quarters that's required, not PCA. PCA we don't know yet. What's in the maze? A powerbomb expansion. I disagree with this. I think we should just leave. I guess the save makes sense. If we're playing it safe. We have 1 E-tank. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, save. Take the time loss. That's okay. I retract my earlier statement. I agree with this. This is fine. This maze does look a little bad, though. Oh boy. Oh boy, this maze is a stinker. But yeah, back to PCA. If you fall down, if you don't fall down, don't check it. That's probably just not worth it. But if you fall down, my question is, do you just check it Is that a decent risk? I think it's probably not a good idea if we had more items, or if we had less items right now. The only item we're missing right now is Phazon Suit. So the chances that that's a major, pretty low. But at the same time, we've checked a lot of the game. So I don't know. I think someone more experienced would have to answer that question. Whether or not that's worth it. MetroidMaster... chillin'? Oh, we're remembering the strat. Yes, you can super missile or ice spreader. For some reason, when I watch Hundo runners, they ice spreader this drone. I don't know why. Do we do the maze? Seems like we are doing the maze. Okay. If they didn't do the maze, they would be catching up pretty significantly here. But they also just lost a bunch of E-tanks doing a bunch of PvC shenanigans. But they are navigating the maze faster because they have more HP. I don't know. I don't know if it does crash. We're going to be fighting things over here. Play it safe. This dash is a bit tricky. I believe it requires a pretty steep bend backwards. But we could also just ride the platforms. So, this is just pure safety. Crash has been fixed for a while. Okay. So this is getting pretty close now. Despite the PPC adventures, we're getting close. This is turning into a close race. But we'll see what the trick knowledge yields for us. We're going to turn around and check upper... I cannot see that at all. I have no idea. It looks like it's something. No way that's Phazon Suit. Is it? Or is this a check? E-tank? Okay. Then what are we doing here? Are we that? Oh, we're just refilling. Okay. Bleeding more. We're bleeding more time here. And now they're almost even, in terms of now they're even. Now they're high-fiving. They're high-fiving. Oh boy. Okay. And now MetroidMaster is in the lead. Yep. There. Oh my god. This is another close race. Goodness. Okay. Let's see how this goes. So this should be coming an upcoming artifact here. This is fungal access after this elevator, I believe. Oh my god, they're synced. Oh my goodness. Y'all gotta have me on to commentate more often. I am a magnet for good games, of course. Eraldoe forgetting where the artifact is. That's okay. But it is bleeding more time. But it seems like Eraldoe's combat knowledge is a little lacking, so I'm guessing they might not be so comfortable with OP. Omega Pirate. Does anybody call him Omega Pirate? Or we just all call him OP? Alright, Wave Buster PMT. Give it to us, Randovania. There can be nothing here. There's no reason to check this. There's no reason to check that. So we could have just walked past. Eraldoe was struggling with the grapple a little bit, so... Bleeding more time. Oh man. It's unfortunate. Now, if the hint says If the hint says it's Fen, then that's going to be kind of that might be a problem for Eraldoe. Because if it's Fen, they have more to check. They're going to do labs. They're going to do... but MetroidMaster might still do a little bit of labs because they didn't finish off after giving up on Observatory. So there's still some complications here. But we just haven't gotten to them because they haven't finished Ridley yet. So I'm just going to wait till that happens. But this race isn't... this race still has some wrinkles here. But they are, right now, on the face of it, even. Like, pretty close. But it could turn into a disaster depending on where that phase-on suit is. They both have healthy missile counts, so OP shouldn't be an issue. I think we should be able to rapid-fire missile all the bulbs. Yeah, let's be honest, it's always mines. Except when it isn't. MetroidMaster electing to get the E-Tank. Which is okay, I guess. But if we're gonna save, then getting the E-Tank is silly. Yep, okay, good. Let's just leave. Eraldoe really taking their time, and it's costing them a little bit here, unfortunately. But that's okay. We are beginners. Take your time. Dying here would be really, really bad, and I'm okay with this. All right, Omegalo Dodeca Gigapirate. Electing the super missile each one. It is easier. I believe each one of the armor pieces requires 5 missiles. So we're not sacrificing missiles. Alright, we give up on it. Instead do plasma beam. There is no reason to. We have enough missiles. I believe the exact missile count per armor piece is 5. So that's 20 missiles. And then 2 missiles super. So we definitely had enough missiles. But if we mess up one of the phases, and we have to do the armor pieces again, then maybe that's what they're playing safe for. Oh, they don't. Oh, they're electing for the plasma strat. Interesting. Not ideal, but... By the way, what was happening right there is that when Omega Pyre disappears, it doesn't actually disappear. He actually just shrinks. But his hitbox is still there. Miguel shows it off in his TAS. Alright, one more shot. You can really see the nerves here. But it works out. There's our final artifact. Now we check PCA, and yes, check PCA. That is a sensible check. Not the most optimal one cycle, but acceptable. The super missile strat does require you to be a little comfortable with rapid fire missiles. You do 2 shots of rapid fire supers, and then yeah. No need to open that gate either, I don't think. I'm nitpicking at this point. We have all 6. We can leave. Good that we're checking. Nice to know before we save warp. Now it's Eraldoe's turn. You want to go into the left side, that is correct, but you don't need to go this far left, and that happens, unfortunately. This is not remastered. This doesn't work, I don't think. Nope, it does not work. Yep. Go get the hint and go hunting. If it's Fen, good news. If it's something else, then not so good news. But they're still ahead. So unfortunately, I was right about my suspicion that Eraldoe might not be comfortable with this game's combat, and it seems like they're not. Well, that's okay. Let's see what happens with the hint, though. This race is still ongoing. They're gonna go for the super missile strat without the rapid fire missiles. Double checking that they're in the correct location. Oh, they are going for the rapid fire missiles. Good. We still want X-ray visor equipped. Yep. Ooh, might be a little tight. They're a little slow on these shots, but that's okay. Should still be fine. And unfortunately they were, and that's not ideal. That's unfortunate. Things are still not looking good for them, even if they did this fight well. They still have a disadvantage, I think. Because they've cleared less of the game than MetroidMaster. So even if it does show up in Fen, that would be really bad. Really bad here. You would have to make decisions about what to go clear. And Labs would probably be the incorrect one. So it's looking like MetroidMaster is pretty far ahead, but who knows? And there seem to be and it seems to be mostly the combat, being comfortable with combat. That's winning this match for MetroidMaster. Oh no. Okay. Whew. It's Fen. Oh boy. That's not good. Keep the extra visor out. Okay, good. Whew. Not a complete calamity. Metal Glen Solid suggests control tower. Any other bets, chat? Bet your gamer points to I don't know what betting authority, but bet them. Gravity chamber, that's okay. Control tower would be a hilarious one because control tower was what MetroidMaster missed. I kind of want it to be. I'm mean, and I kind of want it to be Labs because that would punish their play, but that would punish their save warp out. Which is mean, because they made that save warp under duress, I think. It's safe to say. But, yeah. I think it's a good lesson there. I think if it ends up being Labs, I think the lesson to take away from that... Vanilla what? Vanilla Phazon? Yes, OP is OP was an artifact, so we had to go do OP. But yeah, I think even though MetroidMaster looks like they're on their way to win this match, I think the lesson here would be next time if you're panicking, just slow it down. Slow it down, slow it down. Perfectly fine to just literally take, like, even if it's just 2 seconds to take a breath and be like, alright, what am I going to do? Let's kill the pirates, and then just do a nice, clean scan dash. That's the only, I think, misplay they made this entire game. I think that's the only part of the game that they really have to learn from. I think it's especially important in competition and in speedruns. I can tell you as a speedrunner of a different game that panicking is a disaster. This is why it's good to know your backup strats as well. And just be like, okay, take it on the chin. Because as soon as you start panicking, you'll make it bad. You'll make it worse. When you're under pressure, it's fine to just be like, all right, I'm gonna lose 10 seconds here just thinking. That's fine. Oh yeah, it won't stop you. It's something you have to develop. But let's see. Oh, never mind. No, they would have wanted to go from back labs anyway. Like, you wouldn't want to go to front fen and then do the entirety of front labs again. No. I think they were going to do labs there, I think. But, yeah. Here we're guessing where it was. Everyone's like, come on, be control tower. Come on, be gravity. No, it's like right there. The first check. The question is, what does Eraldoe do? Considering that labs was completely unchecked. Yeah, by the time they got ice, no. That if you went to fen after finding boost ball and ice beam, that would be a lunatic play. Like, why? That would make no sense. It'd be absolutely crazy to be like, ah, yes, I will now run away from the artifacts and let's go Fendrana and do a random hunt for Phazon. That would be crazy. So, neither player did that. And MetroidMaster is returning to Impact Crater for the second time when Eraldoe is coming here the first time. So that is unfortunate. Fendrana drifts. There's the bad news. I think they still go to Workstation. I think they still go to Workstation side. And go up the elevator. I think they already checked Qmon. So I think they're going to find Phazon suit around the same time. But if it was labs or like... or Farfen, then I think this would be a much harder choice. Because I think either way, if you think it's labs, then you go back to labs. And if you think it's Fen, or Farfen, then you go... Workstation. So. They're gonna find it. It's unfortunate. I think Eraldoe lost this match entirely due to fighting execution. Just being very uncomfortable with fighting. And maybe some movement in lore mines. Those are the two things. But otherwise, I think they played well. I think that was what really cost them. Routing decisions earlier on, maybe not movement that set them behind, but after that, routing decisions were good. Which we'll see whether or not that was Baja's doing or they're doing, but it's good to have Baja on your side on this. Baja will set you straight on routing options. So off to Workstation we go. In the meantime, we're fighting the crab. I was not paying attention to the strats there. I think we got, I don't know what the phases were. I don't think you need to double super missile. That's a waste of missiles, but oh well. It does guarantee the hit, much more than a charge shot, so that's fine. We have enough missiles. I think you don't want an ice spreader here. I think it's slower. Because now we have to wait for that animation to finish. Oh, we do get to ice spreader in the back here. Yeah, Metal Glen, I think they're just gonna go. I think they're just gonna... I don't see a... like, what... You have to go that way if you want to go back of, You have to go through that tunnel if you want to go back of labs, and you have to go there if you want to go Fen. And I don't see a reason to go front labs. We already killed Minotaur. I presumably we checked Qmon. I'd be shocked if we didn't check Qmon after we killed Minotaur. Unless wait, no, we didn't kill Minotaur. It was who's? Am I seed bleeding right now? Who killed Minotaur? Someone killed Minotaur. Eraldoe did not kill Minotaur because they didn't go into deeper Jozo at all. It was MetroidMaster. Okay, so they're gonna waste more time on Qmon, or do they go straight to Farfen? Oh, turn around. Yes. Okay. Good. I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's actually more optimal, but maybe they think they're behind. And they're like, just maximize the amount of checks. Through better execution. And there's Phase on 2. Entirely through better execution. They synced up in lower mines, and then MetroidMaster just navigated lower mines much cleaner. The fungal holes were clean, OP was clean. If it's Thardis, you last location night, 100%. 100% you lost location Thardis in that scenario. It is such a bad gamble to just be like, I will now do Thardis as my first check there. Last locationing Thardis there is 100% the correct decision. In my humble and inexperienced opinion. Meanwhile, the fight with the crabs coming to the end. Couldn't get off the ice predator for this phase, but that's fine, we got plasma. We'll be fighting the jellyfish shortly. Meanwhile, Eraldoe is going to be saving and getting themselves some ammo. It was actually kind of incredible, like, MetroidMaster was ahead most of the time due to, I think, minor execution and a few routing decisions that were better, like, the two big ones, the two major ones, specifically, were Root Cave, early on, that yielded nothing, so they just lost time, and MetroidMaster just got ahead because of that. And then after that, it was the Frigate Crash Site check, which was nothing as well. But, crucially, MetroidMaster cleaned up a lot of Fen, whereas Eraldoe went towards Zoid and found Boost Ball. And then upon finding Boost Ball, immediately turned around and got Spider in Fen. And then as a result, skipped a lot of Fen. But then MetroidMaster caught up, and then started to go ahead, and then started to get really far ahead by the time we got to OP. Is that a pool skip? That's a pool skip. The jellyfish is being mean today. Squidward, yo, Renko, can we call Essence Squidward, please? Can we all agree that Essence is Squidward? Well, we should be finishing up pretty soon. Just gonna pull cancel, and then after that, attack cancel, and then a few, oh, but we didn't spend the entire pool there. Okay, that's unfortunate. A few more attack cancels, but Essence is being in a annoying spot. We're just going to elect to attack cancel instead. Oh, we're not burning the entire pool. That's unfortunate, but oh well. And there it is, GG. And Eraldoe has elected to forfeit, it seems. So MetroidMaster wins with a time of 1:49.16. Hopefully we can get them in for an interview pretty shortly. I would love... Oh, here comes MetroidMaster. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. Congratulations. GG's.
Thank you. That was quite a time.
Yeah.
That early, like very early plasma, like had me scared for a bit, and we were just like, so there's got to be something like on top of Root Cave. That was like the first thing we saw. So I'm like, we need grapple beam, and then we found grapple beam like very quick. I was like, huh, okay. So
that was an interesting route. It was really linear for a long time, but it was it was just get 3 majors at you. Here's plasma, but it's not useful until you get a few more items. Here's X-ray. I mean, we read the hints and we were like, okay, let's see. It's kind of.
And then when we got the wave, we were like, huh.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, that immediately put Tower of Light into play for me, which I think was an artifact.
Yeah. I think my only gripe about your early game routing about the both of you guys is that on your way over to Arbor Chamber, you could have just peeked Rune Shrine to see if Morph Ball happened to be there. And I'm wondering why neither of you guys did that. I mean, you would have seen the gravity and you would have been like, okay, we're going to come back for this later. Eraldoe might need an invite link. I don't know if I can do that. If I can do that, let me know, Baha.
Right.
But let's see where Wavebuster is. This is very important.
Oh, I missed it.
We're about to see
did
it.
I have?
Research Lab Aether. We could have had a full tracker. Dang.
We could have, but we decided after I had failed the observatory dash several times that we were just gonna leave labs, which ended up probably paying off in the long run.
Yeah, it did. I think it was I think other than that moment, I think you played really well. In fact, I think you won this race mostly on execution.
Oh, wow.
Except from that, from that moment, I was a little critical of that. I think you can learn from that scenario the most. It seemed like you were panicking a lot.
And a couple times I think I was just like, I'm not sure where the race is going, and considering it's kind of like, I know that both Baha and Reggie are like very strong players, so I figured they're like mentoring and their routing would be like fairly on like par. So I was like, oh, okay, I gotta make sure that I'm like trying to go as quick as I can and maybe win on execution if our routing's gonna be probably similar.
Hold on, let me double check that if I have to do anything here. Nope, nobody's messaged me. Okay, I can continue talking. My only advice to that area is that I think what really told me it was, I mean, I felt like I could tell it was nerves there because you were attempting to do stuff without killing the pirate, for example.
That was on Reggie's recommendation.
That was on Reggie's
actually.
Advice?
Yes. Because you wanted to keep that one pirate alive to avoid the door from unlocking, or you could dash off of the pirate if you're talking about the observatory one.
Yeah. I just thought, okay, kill the pirate and then just calmly go for an R jump. Or kill the pirate and then just go for the dash calmly. But the pirate kind of made it annoying and it kind of felt like panicky. That was my only just from a mental side.
Yeah.
Right?
And after a while I was like, you know what, I could probably do better just not doing it. And it ended up like that decision to abandon and go back ended up paying off.
Yeah, it worked out. But yeah, I was. I mean, I'm sounding mean here and critical, but it was completely understandable to me. I've been in that situation before where I've been in a speed run and I mess something up and then I just kind of bungle the backup 3 or 4 times and then I'm like, oh, I have to reset. And I could if I just took 2 seconds to breathe. So I felt you. I understood your
Yeah.
position. I was explaining to chat like this is perfectly understandable. What was happening?
What's going through my head, at least on that? It's like, okay, hey, I'm in the middle of a race. If this is not working, abandon it. Do something else. It will probably come back around and either help me or bite me later.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, good race.
Hello.
Good race. So when I'm curious as to like where you were at or what you were still missing.
So this race was actually pretty interesting. So Eraldoe fell behind early, mostly due to 2 minor conservative checks, which were Frigate Crash Site and Root Cave.
Yep.
That was where you guys fell behind. After that, you were just mostly behind, and there was some execution stuff. I wasn't really paying attention how much execution played a factor, but you were ahead most of the time, MetroidMaster. And then, when you guys decided to go to Fen, MetroidMaster decided to go to Fen. You guys decided to go do Chozo, right? And you found the boost ball.
Yep.
And then when you guys and you guys turned around right after boost ball, which I gotta ask you about, because that was interesting to me, and I'm not sure if it ended up being the bad choice, but we'll talk about that later. But you found the boost ball, and then you turned around and did Fen, but then you didn't do Labs or Thardis, whereas MetroidMaster did Labs and Thardis.
Yeah, I wasn't confident in doing the scan dash and observatory, so I wanted to save that till later if I got boost. Yeah. And then once I got Spider, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get boost right now. Yeah,
and I like that. Yeah, I thought that was okay, especially because you can do labs at a later time. That's fine. Maybe just check the one, what is it, courtyard item? I can't remember the ruined something in Fen.
Yep.
And then save warp and then etc.
Yeah, that boost location was a doozy. I was sitting there thinking like, this is actually considered beginner logic.
Yeah,
because like I rarely ever have to do. I'm guessing so, considering.
It wasn't logic though. It wasn't logic because you had the spider, you had the PBs.
Right. We just normally I guess normally you would need the power bombs and boost to get up there, but because of the way that jump works, I guess that's considered.
Oh, the boost. That's right.
Yeah, the boost was in a place where you would normally need boost to get.
I guess. Right. Yeah, I completely forgot that boost is required.
Yeah, you had to do that standable trick to get it. I thought about when I was there the first time, trying to do it without Spider and doing the crazy bomb jump, but I was like, I'm probably not gonna get it.
Okay, now the big question, because I've been itching, and I'm interested. Who came up with this idea? Whether it was you or Baha, you saw Boost Ball and then turned around, and I was shocked. I was like, why not do Farchozo? Why not just do those 2 checks in Farchozo? Right. And I was
thinking. No, like we didn't want to go any deeper in Chozo because we wanted to turn around. I can't remember at that point.
Because you guys then turned around and did Plant, which was shocking to me as well. I was like, wow, this is really weird. I have no idea.
I got badly burned on my last race by skipping Plant, and I was just like, I died.
Okay.
I want to close it. I can't leave Plant.
And then you guys didn't check Gallery Tunnel, whereas MetroidMaster did.
Yeah.
And I was like...
sorry. The reason why I didn't do that is we did a missile trick
so
I
that.
could peek it, so I knew it was an E-Tank, and we were like, it's an E-Tank, would like it, but...
I missed that. I thought we just didn't check it. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
No, one place I really killed myself was I didn't get the visual in Upper Ruined Shrine to see PBs, and if I'd done that, I could have saved myself a lot of time I wasted going into Magmore and back.
Yeah, as soon as we saw those PBs, we're like, no, we need to grab those because
you guys actually did route identically, other than those 2 minor detours from Eraldoe. My only critique of the early routing was that both of you elected to just not peek Ruined Shrine on your way over to. Because Morph Ball could have been there, or Wave Beam, right? It was in logic. Yes, the plasma. Yes, the grapple and space jump pointed towards, and the X-ray all pointed towards Arbor Chamber.
Yeah, they
But
were really
it
pointing
didn't
towards that.
necessarily mean that it had to be there, right? So I was just like, why not just check this while you're there? It's like a drive-by, right?
Right.
You don't even have to pick it up. You saw the gravity, I wouldn't even have picked it up. I would just go, okay.
I mean,
gravity.
as soon as I saw the gravity, it ended up being like helpful for later, because then I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, since Tower of Light is in play already, like I was already on the way to Tower of Light, but once I had picked up the gravity, I was like, okay, I can definitely get this now without having to worry
Yeah.
about a slope jump. And then
Yeah.
finding out that my Varia was there, it's like, oh, well, that just opened up Magmor, so it was
Yeah.
good that I grabbed that stuff. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
based on like how relatively close this race was, I'm betting when I watch the VOD, we're gonna route a lot of things similarly, as you said.
yeah, I'll definitely have to take a look and see how that went. Like,
So, yeah,
I'm
I
definitely
think-
still working on like my movement and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, same.
Cause-
I'm not a solid R jumper yet or anything.
Yeah. That was, I think, the only. I already mentioned the MetroidMaster. What I think they could just work on, just like calming down, but that's a hard thing to learn. That'll take time, right? That's the only that was literally my only complaint. Otherwise, I think you played well. And it
Excellent.
was your movement that ended up. It was your movement and better trick knowledge and like faster fights, because you were behind after doing all of Fen, right?
Mhm.
You had to do Zoid. They had already done Zoid. They already knew where Boost Ball was. They skipped labs. They skipped Thardis.
Right.
And so you're behind, and then slowly but sure you picked away, and then suddenly MQA, you guys are high fiving, and then suddenly you're fighting OP, and Eraldoe's stuck in MQB,
Oh wow.
or sorry, I think it was Fungal Hall B or something like that.
So
just
wait,
because
Eraldoe,
those things were really rough, and then it just kind of
Yeah.
snowballed out of there, and as a result, like you routed exactly the same after that. It was
oh wow.
OP, go to Fen, stumble upon Phazon, everyone in chat laughs.
For us, we went and got the hint, and
That was
then
a
we
very
realized,
convenient
oh,
location.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. We were laughing so hard when that came up.
Yeah.
We were
I-
like, oh
and-
man, we could have to check a lot of I hadn't
Yeah.
done labs, so I was like, oh no.
And I was talking about that in the comm booth. I was like, if this is Fen, then this is kind of the worst place it could possibly be for Eraldoe, because that's like where you had your advantage, and now that advantage would disappear if it was in Fen. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we were
just,
thinking that they had probably done labs. We're like, we are really hoping it's on like Thardis or the rooms right next to the elevator, because otherwise we're out of this race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have any more questions. I think I'm gonna probably PM Baja afterwards and pick his brain about the furnace and then turning around from furnace, because I'm fascinated by
Yeah.
that. It just made so much sense to me to go to the end of Chose. It would have worked out, but I was certain that made the most sense. So I'm gonna bother him, because I think he probably knows more about why you guys didn't do that.
Yeah, we definitely chose to like go through the rest of Furnace after that, because it's like, oh well, if
Well,
our
yeah,
ice
it
beam
made
is there,
sense
we
for
were gonna
you.
be upset. Yeah.
It made sense for you guys, because I mean you'd already done a bunch of Fen, and turning around now would be a little less efficient.
Mm-hmm.
But for Eraldo, it was really strange to me. I'm really curious. I would love to learn what the thought process was there. 'Cause,
Yeah, it's too long ago for me to remember, but
Yeah.
we wanted to go somewhere else right after that, so we didn't want to invest too much going that way. So we just decided to skip Crossroads and other
Because
chamber
going to
at that
Fen
time.
after that, no matter what, made perfect sense. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to get on our way to Fen.
But yeah, I don't think I have any questions. If you guys have any comments. Actually, I have one more. How do you guys think? Do you guys think this would have been a lot of the races I've commentated so far? Many of the runners have said, "I would have really struggled to route this without my mentor." Do you think that's the same in this race? Where do you think you would have been overwhelmed by the routing?
I think so, but I also feel like that both me and Reggie, we definitely had like a good few moments where like our thought process was very similar, so we just seemed to be in sync with where we wanted to be on the routing and what we wanted to check next. And then he had some like really good ideas with okay, well, we just did, OP, we have all of our artifacts, so we'll save in mines, and he was just like, okay, go get your hint. If it's in mines, reset, and then do it again. If it's anywhere else, then you save warp back out. And just go find it. As soon as we got that hint for Fen, we were just like, okay, well, we'll save warp. I've already done the really fight. We're good. So yeah, it was a lot of interesting routing. So I definitely feel like when I'm doing these seeds by myself, it usually takes me a little over 2 hours. But when I've got like some of the mentors, depending on who I've got, I'm done in like less than 2 hours.
Yeah, it does help to not actually have to think and just focus on execution.
Right.
That's exactly right. Like you're thinking a little bit less about where you're supposed to be going. But I'd say, yeah, Baha and I were pretty together on where we wanted to go. There are some times where I was like, should we check ship? I don't know. He's like, your call. And I'm like, I'd really hate to skip it and have it be like Ice Beam or something.
Yeah.
Do you guys know why you elected Zoid over going to Fen? Actually, now that I think about it, that was where the routes diverged. First.
That was like another part of just like, okay, we wanted to...
No, sorry, Eraldoe was the one who went towards Zoid, and you guys went towards Fen.
I think I wanted to clear out the rest of the area. We'd just gotten bombs, I think, so I was like, let's do Zoid.
Yeah. Do you guys remember why you elected to go towards Fen?
So for us, we just kind of wanted to like avoid having to do Zoid because it is a fight that takes extra time. And then if there's nothing on there, well, then you just kind of waste time.
It was kind of,
yeah. So we just kind of saved that for like last location as a just in case. And then when we were coming back to do like Late Chosen, we were like, okay, well, we'll just add the Zoid as part of that loop.
Yeah, Plagra and Ghost didn't pay off either. There were a lot of bosses in there didn't pay out at all.
That being said, learning how to get the double hits on Sleeping Flagra was kind of fun.
Oh, Sleeping Flagra is awesome. I love that.
That actually cost you a lot of time learning that because you were bleeding time at that point, and if you didn't go for that, you may have caught up even more. But in the end, it didn't matter. Your execution afterwards, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that. That's not a critique. Like this is
right.
Like you need to win this race. Like you can learn. That's fine.
Yeah.
But that was one of those times where you were bleeding time. Otherwise, and Baha in chat says it feels really aggressive to me to skip Zoid and Seed where you pretty much need every item for phase on mode. Boost, Spider, X-Ray, all required.
Yeah.
And this is where I'd love to have Baha in here to answer this question because I think we could learn something from that. Because I'm not sure how that overcomes the fact that Fen had way more checks. Is there something about Zoid specifically in that scenario that made that option more appealing? Right? Because to me, I'm just thinking ooga booga, more checks. Right? Like full on monkey brain just going more checks, right? Why not do that? Maybe there's some routing things that I don't understand behind. This is why I'd love to have the mentors up here to educate us. I think to provide some more commentary. But we can do that another time.
Absolutely. I think starting next week we now race without the mentors, right?
That is
this
true.
Was the last week of Swiss, so
yeah, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys about how you would have routed without the mentors, because that was something that I heard a lot. I think yesterday with goodness, who was playing yesterday? I can't remember, but they were saying like, oh man, this seed, I don't know how I would have routed it without my mentor, which is something to consider with when heading off into the brackets.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of showing off what we've learned.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes. I'm going to try to get some more practice seeds in with the mentors before it's time to start showing off what was learned.
Yeah.
So, and probably make sure that I have more of the tricks down packed, because I have a feeling that they're going to end up being very much needed. So, like, the more of those that I have down packed and, like, consistent, the better.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for me. I don't have any more questions. If you guys have any more comments.
I think I'm good for now. I got to start getting ready for bed and dealing with work tomorrow morning.
Yeah, me too.
Take care. Yeah, great race. And thanks to all the volunteers, the mentors. It was a great race. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, huge shout outs to everyone that's been helping out with this tournament. It's been fantastic and a fun time. And I'm glad that y'all were willing to have me join in on the shenanigans.
Yeah.
We'll check and follow the runners. Just put their names in chat. And if that's it, that's going to be us for today. I believe we have tomorrow. We have Slucky versus Kamir. I believe, hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly. At 1:15 p.m. And then at 6 we have Reed Whaley versus Rinchin. And then another match at 9, Soaring Wyvern versus Luigi's Mansion 44. So we have 3 matches tomorrow. And then on Friday we have 2 Cameron versus Cloudwrath, and later that day Bello versus Ivy Paw. And then on the Saturday we have Haxaplax versus Raylin. And those are all round 5 matches. And yeah, you guys stay tuned for those. And I think that's it. So see you guys next mission.
See you next mission.
Bye-bye.
Take care.